Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, or Kapodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this article in regards to two tornadoes that touched down during some severe storms on Monday, I believe. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will you're edified. It says the National Weather Service confirmed that two tornadoes touched down on Monday during the severe storms. On Tuesday, the NWS shared that the first tornado had occurred in the Riata Ranch area with estimated winds of 110 miles per hour. Records show the tornado traveled 2.61 miles. The second tornado was reported in the Klein area with estimated winds of 116 miles per hour, traveling 3.83 miles. Footage from both areas showed large paths of destruction. Officials and residents reported damaged roofs, broken windows, and power outages. Images shared to ABC 13 showed the damage the Tornadic storm caused to neighborhoods. On Tuesday, ABC 13 was back out in the area as the NWS was surveying the damage. The surveyor said that looking at the damage, structures, and trees helps determine how strong the winds were and the type of damage. In addition, it was mentioned that Southeast Texas normally sees EF0 or EF1 tornadoes, but with some of the damage seen, that's when it gets into the EF1 and above category. And like I've said before, this is the evidence of the Lord intensifying his judgments. These storms and tempests are getting, more powerful, more intense, more destructive. 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are clearly in some very dangerous times. These tornadoes, they're happening more frequently and becoming more destructive. Same with the rain, same with the lightning. When it snows, it's snowing a lot heavier than it used to years ago. During the summertime, these heat waves are, hitting a lot harder. The wildfires are a lot bigger and lasting much longer and causing more destruction. So we really are living in those dangerous times. Same with the earthquakes. There's a lot more earthquakes happening. And that's how you know that we're living in the last days, because everything is becoming a lot more intense than it used to be. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And out there in Texas, that's what they just got hit with. They got hit with that tempest. And you look up the definition of tempest, and it means a violent windy storm, such as hurricanes or tornadoes. Isaiah 28:2, behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And a lot of these storms from the Lord are destructive. They damage cars, they damage homes, they damage businesses. They can cause trees to fall over onto people's cars, onto people's homes. They can cause power outages. There's a lot of things that can happen when the Lord unleashes his storms and tempests. These people are just fortunate that it wasn't severe enough. Slovakia. That it wasn't severe enough to kill anybody. Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup, and the Lord is dishing out these tempests. These tornadoes in particular. And these tornadoes are doing exactly what they're sent out to do, which is cause destruction. Psalms 83:14. As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm. And clearly that's what the Lord is doing. Sending out the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the rain, the lightning, the thunder, the hail, the snow. He's bringing all of it to different parts of the world, bringing judgment upon these wicked kingdoms and these wicked people. And it's only going to get worse. And these storms and tempests are only going to get more intense, more destructive, and more deadly. Just more examples of us being in the last days. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakudash, the Water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up at Ottawa and Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.